Welcome back to our channel, and today's topic is all about how to make paper mache. What is paper mache? It's the art of using paper to create objects or images. Paper mache, the art of paper-made objects. Paper is molded or formed. Papier mache, French word for chewed up paper. Because of its appearance, sometimes called paper mache, is a construction of materials that consist of pieces of paper, sometimes reinforced with textiles, stuck together using a wet paste, example glue, starch, or wallpaper adhesive. The crafted object becomes solid when the paste dries. Paper mache term: paper mache, carton pierre, decoupage, lacquer, armature. Please note that the most of these terms originated in the French language. Countries where we find paper mache used as an artistic medium, like Persia, Kashmir, Japan, China, England, Russia, India, Korea, America, Italy, France, Germany, Poland, and of course France. Here are some examples of paper mache made objects. Animals. The paper mache animals are popular as masks, piggy banks, and piñatas. These are paper mache items, can be used for home decor. This won't spoil like the real fruit. Okay, right here in the upper left corner. Paper mache is useful for home design decor. We can make functional or aesthetically pleasing objects like this one, the bowl. Okay guys, and watch this video fully because I will add a tutorial video on how to do your project, the mask paper mache. Okay, that is your activity for this lesson. You will do or create your own mask using paper mache. That's a full face. Okay, what do we mean by full face mask? Of course, lips, nose, and the whole face included in the paper mache process. Also, papier mache was used for doll heads starting as far back as 15th century and continued to be used into the early 20th century. The heads were molded in two parts from a mixture of paper pulp, clay and plaster, and then glued together. The head would then be smoothed, painted, and varnished, like this in the picture. So you can create even dolls, three-dimensional dolls out from paper mache. Papier mache is commonly used for large temporary sculptures such as in carnival floats. Okay, did you see this, guys? These are made of paper mache. Just a temporary sculpture used in parades. They can also accommodate several dozen people, including the operators of the mechanism. The floats can have movable parts like the facial features of a character or its limbs. It is not unusual for local professional architects and engineers, painters, sculptors, and ceramists to take part in the design and construction of the float. Italian float makers are some of the best in the world. So this is done by Italian artists. Here is your project now. The papier mache mask and theatrical headgear are important to the world of play acting. Paper mache has been used also in theater for creating set design objects and costume. Like this tree here, this is made of paper mache. Puppetry involves the creation of papier mache, puppets, and other associated set pieces. Okay. Amazingly, paper mache has been used to create architectural features such as ceilings designs, wall design, even furniture. That's amazing. Russian paper mache work, decorated boxes. Here is the box. The lacquer artist of Palik, Kolowi, and Mastira continue to use the technique of painting in egg-based tempera overlaid with intricate gold leaf highlighting. Many countries have used paper mache to create beautiful objects. To left are Russian enameled paper. Okay, here this is enameled paper as a box. Below are items from Asia. Surely this is made from Japan or China. Functional objects can be made out of paper mache. Starting around 1725, gilded papier mache began to appear in Europe as a low-cost alternative to similarly treated plaster or cardboard in architecture. Henry Clay, Birmingham, England, patented a process for treating laminated sheets of paper with linseed oil to produce waterproof panels in 1772. Japan is the most often a heavy black lacquer, almost like enamel paint. The European technique uses varnishes that have resin base similar to shellac applied in heat-dried layers, which are then polished to give a smooth, glossy finish. It can also come in reds, greens, and blues, originating in India, China, and Japan. As decorative coating for pottery, it made its way into Europe by the 1600s. Hanji, the Korean paper art. Hanji is the name of traditional paper art form originating from Korea. There are two basic divisions of Hanji, a two-dimensional and a three-dimensional. Two-dimensional Hanji uses paper for various colors to create an image in a similar format as painting. However, the paper itself is folded and crumpled, making the image stick up from the paper. It is adhered, but the image itself is only two-dimensional likeness. Although there are maybe depth to some of the elements, two-dimensional Hanji are typically framed much like a painting. These are examples of Korean Hanji, three-dimensional. The three-dimensional Hanji is similar to papier mache in that it attempts to make sculpture types objects which may stand unsupported. One common item made in 1800s in America was the paper canoe, most famously made by Waters and Sons of Troy, New York. The invention of the continuous sheet paper machine allows paper sheets to be made of any length, and is made an ideal material for building a seamless boat hull. The paper of that time was significantly stretchier than modern paper, especially when damp, and this was used to good effect in manufacture of paper boats. A layer of thick dampened paper was placed over a hull, molded and tacked down at the edges. A layer of glue was added, allowed to dry, and sanded down. Additional layers of paper and glue could be added to achieve desired thickness, and cloth could be added as well as to provide additional strength and stiffness. The final product was trimmed, reinforced with wooden strips at the keel and gunwales to provide stiffness and waterproof. Paper racing shells were highly competitive during the late 1800s. Papier-mâché panels were used in the late 1800s and early 1900s to produce lightweight domes used primarily for observatories. The domes were constructed over a wooden or iron framework, and the first domes were made by the same manufacturer that made the early paper boats, Waters and Sons. In 1881, the largest of their domes was placed on the New Lasc Observatory at the U.S. Military Academy in West Point. It was slightly over 30 feet in diameter and contained over 2,000 pounds of paper. That's enormous. Built in England, one of the first built paper domes. More sculptures. Note the stylized forms versus completely realistic forms. These objects are made from papier-mâché. Artists use papier-mâché to create interesting sculptures. Skulls are a popular item for artistic design within the country of Mexico. Artists from around now design skulls. Skulls have been used by many artists for design work. These are papier-mâché skulls. Mask. Okay, hang on guys, for I'm gonna give you what to do on your project. Okay guys, here is now our DIY video on how to do your own mask out from the contour of your face. Materials to use, most importantly, is the foil. Okay, press the foil on your face to have impression of your face, and then tape it with masking tape, and then start applying paper with glue. That's wet paper on water, and then add glue on water, and then paste it carefully. Do not press so hard so that the impression of your face on the foil will not be compromised. Okay, so after 2 layers of paper being glued on the surface of your mask or surface of foil, let it dry for about 2 hours, or use a dryer or a blower to make it dry quickly, and then again add another layer of paper, about 4 layers thickness, 4 layers of paper, so that it could result to a good hard thickness of the mask. Okay, and dry it again, and then start painting it with white paint. By the way, do not use enamel paint, just use latex or latex paint, color white, as a base of your mask, so that you can add another colors according to your designs. Okay, so that is your finished mask now with white based latex color. Alright, so the deadline of this project for you guys will be on final period. So it will be on December. That's 1 month. That's 1 month from now. Okay, I'll just bring it right here in our school, or submit it right here in our school. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. And don't forget to subscribe, comment, and of course, that will be your attendance, the comment on every video that I posted. Thank you so much. Ciao for now.